Good morning, students. I hope you are all well. Okay, now today we are going to start with the first exercise of this chapter. Let me remind you in this chapter, triangles, this is a triangle from geometry, and the procedure is as important as the final answer. The way you write down your question, your solution is as important as the final answer that you receive. Okay, so in order to write down your solutions properly, what you must do is you must again and again and again revise the basic properties and theorems. Without those, you will be unable to understand or do questions properly. Okay, now we will start with the exercise. This is the first exercise. I will do 3 to 4 questions daily. We will discuss 3 to 4 questions daily. Just we are going with this slow pace just in order so that you can understand each and every question well, and so that you can revise it well enough. Okay, we will be going slowly from now on. Okay, I hope you understand each and every question, and if anyone has any problem, kindly repeat the video and see it again and again. Okay, now this is question number 1. Question number 1 is, in this quadrilateral, we are given a quadrilateral ABCD. This line AB bisects angle A. This line AB bisects angle A. So what is given to us is, line AB is angle bisector of angle A. First of all, AC and AD are equal. Line AC and AD are equal. Okay, with every question you need to draw the diagram, then you write down what is given to you, then what is to be proved, and finally the solution. So first of all, AC and AD are equal. After that, line AB bisects angle A. Okay, this is given to us. To prove, what do we need to prove? We need to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD. Both of these triangles, this lower triangle and this upper triangle, are both congruent to each other. Okay, so in order to do the congruency, we have learned two theorems. First is SAS congruencies. Two sides, one angle. The angle is supposed to be in between the sides. Another the congruency that we have learned is ASA congruency. Two angles and the side between them. Okay, so let's see what we can get here. For solution, first of all, we will talk about the triangles that we are going to focus on. So in triangle ACB, B, that is the first triangle that we are going to focus on, and then triangle ADC. Once again, I wrote it incorrectly. ADB. We are going to focus on these. What is happening in these two triangles? We will now focus on what is given to us. AC and AD are equal. AC of first triangle and AD of second triangle are equal. That means one of the sides are equal. Okay, one of the sides are equal. Good. After that, AB bisects angle A. That means this angle and this angle should both be equal, and both will be equal to half of angle. So this was given to us. And also angle CAB is equals to angle DAB. Why? Because AB bisects angle A. Okay, so we have concluded two things. We have one side, one angle. There is no mention of another angle. Okay, so, and there is also no parallel lines, no vertically opposite angle, so there is no mention of another angle in this solution. So what we must focus on? We must focus on finding another side angle. So let's see, in triangle ABD and triangle ABC, as you can see, AB is a common side. Side AB, length of side AB for triangle ABC and length of side AB for triangle ABD are both equal. AB is equals to AB because it is a common side. Okay, so now we have one side angle between them and side by SAS congruency rule. Triangle ABC will be congruent to triangle ABD. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. This is question number 2. Once again, we will write down what is given to us and that all. And before starting question number 2, some of the students have been asking me again and again regarding half-yearly syllabus. So students, let me just go through the syllabus first of all. For your half-yearly syllabus, first of all, it is chapter 1, that is number system. Then chapter 2, that is polynomials. Chapter 3, that was coordinate geometry. We have completed all these 3 chapters, right? After that, chapter 4, fourth will be chapter number 6. That was lines and angles. Then fifth is chapter number 7 that we are doing currently, triangles. Then chapter number 8, that is quadrilaterals. And finally, 7th will be chapter number 12, Heron's formula. Okay, so we have already done chapter number 1, 2, 3. We are done with the revision part of chapter number 1 and chapter number 3, I guess. Sorry, we're done with the revision part of chapter number 2 and chapter number 3. Okay, we have done chapter number 6. We are currently on chapter number 7. We have just started it. After this, we will do chapter number 8, that is quadrilaterals, and chapter number 12, that is Heron's formula. And for chapter number 7, that is triangles, last exercise of chapter number 7, that is inequalities in triangles, is no longer part of your syllabus. According to NCERT, that is no longer part of your syllabus for this session. Fine. So you need not to bother with it. Okay. If you want to see this complete guideline that NCERT have released, you can go to a CBSE website and check out from there the revised syllabus for this session. Okay. So this will be the syllabus for your half-yearly exam. Now, coming back to question number 2. Question number 2 is, ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AD and BC are equal. In this quadrilateral, AD and BC are equal. Let us write down what is given to us. First of all, AD is equals to BC. AD is this line segment, BC is this line segment. And angle DAB is equals to angle CBA. Angle DAB is equals to angle CBA. This complete angle A, DAB, and this complete angle B are equal. See, there are 3 angle A's. One is this, one is this complete angle. So what I am saying is this complete angle A is equal to this complete angle B. Okay. Now we have to prove that what we need to prove, first of all, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC. Secondly, BD is equals to AC. And thirdly, angle 3ABD is equals to angle BAC. We have to prove all these three things. Students, in these types of question, usually when we prove that the two triangles are congruent, we will get other parts proved by using congruent parts of congruent triangle property. Okay, you already know once the triangles are congruent, all six pairs of identities, all six pair of entities are equal. All three angles are equal, all three pair of sides are equal. Okay, so first of all we need to focus on how to prove both the triangles congruent. After that we will see how to move on. Okay, in order to solve this question, what I'm going to do is, just so that you can understand, I will draw the triangles that we have to prove congruent once again. We have triangle ABD, so I'm drawing it separately. This is ADB. I'm drawing this separately in two diagrams so that you can better understand the question. This is triangle ADB and another one is triangle BAC. So this is point B, this is point A, and here is C. Let me move it away. A, B, C. Okay, now what we have is, we have line BC and line AD as equal, as well as angle A and angle B are equal. We need to prove that both of these triangles are congruent. So let us start with it. First of all, we will talk about triangles. So in triangle ABD and triangle BAC, what is happening in this triangle? It is given to us that AD is equals to BC. Also, it is given to us that angle DAB is equals to angle CBA. These two things were given to us. Next, we have to determine whether there is one more pair of angle equal or one more pair of side equal. In case of angle, we will want angle C and angle D as equal angles. Okay, because then we will easily apply ASA congruency. But in case of side, we will require side AB and side BA as equal. Now, if you can observe, AB and BA are essentially of same length. AB, I can say AB or I can say BA, both are essentially of same length because they are common sides. In the original diagram, they were the common sides. One more thing, beta, you don't have to draw these two diagrams. Okay, draw the original diagram only. I have drawn these two diagrams just in order to clarify the question to you. Okay, so here we have by SAS congruency, both of these triangles are congruent. Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC. Fine. So we have done the first part of the question. Let's move on to other parts. Now let's see. We have proved this. This here is completed. Now BD and AC. In this triangle, in this congruency of triangle, position of BD and AC is exactly equal. So we can say, since corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal, Since corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal, that must mean length BD and length AC are equal. Length BD and length AC are equal to each other. In the same manner, similarly, angle ABD is this angle, and angle BAC is this angle. Both of these angles are also equal. Angle ABD is equals to angle BAC. See, in place of B and position of A are equal, are same in both the triangles. Okay, so these two angles are equal as well. Fine. So that way we have proved all the parts. Next, Next is question number 3. Question number 3 is AD and BC are equal perpendiculars on line segment AB. So this statement, the first statement of the question, gives us two things. Two things are AB and AC, AD and BC, AD and BC. This is like this. There is a line BA, there is a line AB. Okay. So on line AB, there are two perpendiculars. One is AD and one is BC. And question is saying that these two perpendiculars, perpendicular means this angle and this angle are 90 degree. And question is also saying that these two perpendiculars are equal in length. These two perpendiculars are equal in length. That is the mixed statement that is given to us here. Okay. So accordingly we will write what is given. What is given to us? First of all, we will draw the diagram and then we will write what is given to us. That AD and BC are, let me write it down more clearly. AD and BC are equal, first of all, and secondly, AD is perpendicular to AB, comma, BC is also perpendicular to AB. These two things are given. Next we have to show that CD bisects line AB. Next we have to show that this line CD is bisecting AB. So that means this AO length and OB length should be equal to each other. Length AO and OB should be equal to each other. Once we prove that length AO and OB are equal to each other, in that manner we can prove that AB is bisected by CD. So to prove, what do we need to prove? CD bisects AB. CD bisects length AB. Okay. So let's start with the solution. First of all, what we will do is we will prove, as we did till now, these two triangles congruent. So in triangle ADO and triangle BCO, first of all, what is given to us in these two triangles is AD and BC are equal in length. Secondly, this angle and this angle are both 90 degree. Angle A is equals to angle B. I am only writing down A, not the full length, because I can write in this case. Why so? Because there is only one angle A. Angle A and angle B are equal because both are equal to 90 degree. So in this way, I have one side and one angle. Okay. Now see the lines CD and BA. These two lines are intersecting at point O. The vertically opposite angle should be equal. Angle AOD should be equal to angle COB. This time I am writing the full name, okay, because there are lots of angles. Okay, why? Vertically opposite angles. Because they are pair of vertically opposite angles. Now let's see. So we have two angles and one side. But the problem is the side is not between the angles. So the congruency uses by AAS. This is the modified version of ASA congruency. Okay. You cannot use SSA congruency. That is not a valid congruency. But for angles it is quite valid. By AAS congruency, both the triangles are congruent. Triangle ADO is congruent to triangle BCO. Both the triangles are congruent. And finally, by CPCT, you can say that CPCT is corresponding parts of congruent triangle. By CPCT, you can say that AO and OB are equal. AO is equals to OB. That means CD is bisector of AB. That means CD line is bisector of AB and point of this bisection is point O. Okay, students, that's all what we will do today. Okay, we will increase our pace as we move on with the chapter, so please bear it with, do the questions regularly. I'm going this slow so that you can understand it properly. Okay, if you do not get it one time, do it again and again and again. In mathematics you require a lot of practice. Okay, thank you for your time. Have a nice day.